so my next question for you, you've done a heap of research, so I thought this would be a great question for you. What's a key research finding that you reckon has really contributed to coaching psychology being recognised as an effective development method?
Okay, I just have to put my glasses on to answer that question because, of course, that adds immediately 10 IQ points, you know, when you have your spectacles on.
Fantastic.
It is another great question, but let me just talk around that for a moment. First of all, 20, 30 years ago, there was virtually no research.
Yes.
And the research that there was, say in the 90s, was primarily qualitative case studies, nothing wrong with those. A few pre and post studies and lots of opinion articles, or I did this and this seemed to work for me kind of thing.
Sure.
And what we saw then was the emergence of more systemized ways of conducting research. And I can remember years and years ago talking to Martin Seligman about coaching, and he said, oh, you know, there's no randomized controlled trials, you know. And I thought, well, that's what we need. And so I think some of the key pieces of research have been about the emergence of randomized controlled trials.
Right.
Now, having said that, I know we've done quite a few here, and what a painful process they are to do.
Yes.
But having said that, those speak to a particular kind of audience. You know, when we talk about what the key pieces of research, we really need to think about, you know, who the audience is for that information, you know, and what is the best voice or medium to convey the messages about coaching. For Martin Seligman, and for people that come from a kind of somewhat reductionistic scientific background, randomized studies just tick the box. You know, so for them, those are the best pieces of research. You know, if we're more interested in the processes of what's actually happening on a one-to-one basis and people's kind of reflexive processes and their self-reflections and their experience of the internal process of coaching, then the qualitative work obviously are key pieces. So I think the three key pieces of research in that area of the literature that have really show that coaching is truly effective are the meta-analysis and meta-reviews conducted by Rebecca Jones. Jill Bowes has just done a very interesting systemic review, and of course Tim Theburn's literature meta-analysis. So those three kind of pieces of research in the last couple of years have taken all the good quality research, condensed those and said, well, look, overall, all these studies, this works.
Yes.
So I think that's an important thing that we've got to that point. Plus, of course, my own research is absolutely so important.
Excellent.